Travis Hoover earned his pilot's wings in 1940, flew 73 combat missions in B-24s, B-25s, and P-38s in Europe and North Africa. But that was after the 18th of April 1942, just 4 months after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, when Travis Hoover was in the left seat of the second B-25 to lead the Hornet behind then Lieutenant Colonel Doolittle to fly on the first raid on the Japanese mainland. That was April of 1942. He ditched in China, he invaded to fly again the rest of the war in Europe. He was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, the Silver Star, the Legion of Merit, and in 1969, after 30 years of active duty in the United States Air Force, retired as a colonel. Travis Hoover. So when you're sitting on the deck, Colonel Doolittle took off before you.
Yes.
You were number two.
Number two.
What was going through your mind?
How am I going to get this beast in the air at 450 feet? Because we were overloaded, overdrugged, had a double fuel load on board, and 450 feet to do it in. We practiced down at Eglin Airfield a lot, and the Navy had convinced us, yes, you can fly them like a helicopter if you just rack them up high enough. So we thought we could do it, but it did turn out to be a little bit of a white knuckle operation at the last moment.
What was your takeoff / launch like, yours?
It went according to plan. Everything was just like we planned. Doolittle rolled down the deck. Very slow. I thought, my God, he's about to run out of what little footage there was, and he's just barely moving. But of course, the secret was that we had 50 knots of wind over the deck. So he didn't have to be going terribly fast to get airborne. He took off, kind of reared up like a bronc, and out he went. I followed. When I got into position, I hadn't had the engines properly warmed up. So I tried to duplicate the same thing. Everything went fine. Right at the last, as it went over the bow, I caught a terrific gust of bow wash. Now, this improves my story, so you got to hear this. It was the roughest day we'd had at sea. And sometimes we were getting green water on the deck when the carrier would dive into a big swell. So it was really rough and very gusty. And I happened to catch one of those heavy gusts of wind. It pitched my airplane right up on its tail. And I had to get my co-pilot, and I screamed at him to help me get the nose down, because we had trimmed that thing full tails down, nose up, didn't even look at the indices, just rolled it till it hit the stop. And now that we were tossed into that stalled position, we had to get that nose down in a hurry. And one time I told this story, and the guy said, in asking questions, he said, "I'll bet when you hollered for help, you were using some pretty strong epithets, weren't you?" I said, "Nope, I didn't have time."
All right, how long did it take you to get to your Tokyo target?
I took off at 8:20 and got there just about noon.
What altitude were you flying to get there?
About 100 feet all the way. Just as low as we could fly safely without hitting anything. We were going in that way to keep from being detected.
All right, each airplane had its own target, correct?
16 airplanes, 16 targets scattered over the 5 largest cities of Japan.
What was
we were trying to tell them, hey, the Yanks are coming.